Before you begin this video, since I will not be making a TBR to be read list for the Newts 2019 Magical Readathon, I just want to let you know that I will be participating in this year's Newts Magical Readathon, so that's that. Now let's get back to the video. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Yenis, and today I will be doing the book haul that I have been saying I would do since probably forever, and y'all have been asking me to do it. So yeah, like any other hauls you can probably find on YouTube, not bragging, not trying to, show off on any kind, just basically I'm doing this haul just telling you why I picked this book up. So yeah, it's not for any other reason. This will look prettier. Okay, now let's get started because I do have, I believe, 14 books here, and I really am not planning to make a video like an hour. Now first we have a box set, which I think I ordered it like a brand new on Amazon, but it looks kind of worn out. Anyway, the first box set I got is the Grishaverse, it's the Grishaverse, the Grisha trilogy, and it came in 3. Of course, I mean, it's a trilogy. The first book in the trilogy is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This entire trilogy is by Leigh Bardugo. And the second one is Siege and Storm, also by Leigh Bardugo. And the third one is Ruin and Rising. These books, I cannot say I'm really the most excited to read about them. That scared me so bad. But like being on booktube and all that, not reading the Grisha trilogy and not reading Kings of Scars is just weird. I am going to read these. Okay, wait a sec. I will be reading these books, and I have to be very fair, not really fair, but yeah, I really am not a fan of these covers. I know there is a cover that I really love, but they also did change the cover for some reasons. The first one is fine, but these two, not my fave. These are the first book. I am reading these 3 because I want to read Kings of Scars and I want to get the Leigh Bardugo hype, even though these books are not the best Leigh Bardugo books. I heard so many things about it. Is it true? I'm about to see it myself. The second book I got here is a book that I was very excited to read, and it is and it is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. Yeah. So this is one of those books where I heard so many great reviews on it. So basically, why did I even pick this book up? It's definitely a title buy, if that's even a thing. I am super into like magic and all that, not like magic as in wizards and witches. I'm into magic as in like magic tricks. And seeing the word magician here is like an instant buy for me. So far I have not read any YA or even adult that is like surrounding the magician community. I would definitely love to read more of that since I'm a huge fan of Now You See Me, and I really want to read those. I bought it, and I also did like look on goodreads, and I just realized I may be wrong because this sounds like legit magic, like magic as in wizards and all that. Can't say I'm not disappointed at a bit, but since it has like very good reviews, I'm still going to read this and probably hopefully falling in love with it. Anyway, move on to the next book. The next book we have here is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I have heard so much about this book since I have been reading more kind of mystery books. I am very looking forward to read this since I also heard so many nice things about it. The first booktuber I can associate with this book is either Sophie from Sophisticated Books or Emma from Emma Books, and I also heard so many good things about this book from Zoe, read by Zoe, so I really am excited to read this since I love a good mystery, because who doesn't? So yeah, I know this story takes place in the past and in present, so I am excited. I said so many excited in this video, so I'm kind of sorry, but yeah, I hope I will be reading this in August. Like, a lot of these books are actually on my August TBR, if I ever have a TBR, because like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I don't make TBRs. because I will never stick to it. Anyway, I cannot wait to read this. The next book is probably a book that I mentioned a million times in my mid-year book freakout tag that I still have not read and probably should read. I haven't even read Legend. I need to read the Legend series so that I can read Rebel. And the book is Legend by Marie Lu. The reason why I said I hope I can read this book and to look less like a fake fan is because I love Warcross. Like, Warcross, can you see that? I'm not sure. Warcross and Wildcard is my favorite duology, and I love these two books so much. This is her debut and I never read it. Like, people, like, I feel like this is one of the old booktube faves, which I also am very excited to read it. And because I know Marie Lu's writing, or do I? Anyway, and since this is like another Marie Lu's book, I'm definitely going to give it a shot and read it because I heard so many amazing things about it, and also it's by like one of my favorite authors, so it's suddenly my goodness. I know the lighting is like super bright right now, but like I have no control over it. I mean, I probably have control over it. I can just close the curtains, but it's so far away from me. So anyway, I can't control the sun. That's that. The next book I have here is another old booktube faves, and it is Shatter Me by Tahar Mafi. This is probably not the oldest old booktube faves. This is a very backlisted book. Since this trilogy got continued, there are like new books coming out, and Tahar Mafi is obviously writing more books. So it is not as old as any other books like this. I can't even. If I remember correctly, I think there is a enemies to lovers trope. This is so dark. I can't control the sun. Like, there is this trend on book Twitter for a while where people just love to buy the entire series without reading the first one, and that kind of did encourages me to buy it, but I just do not have the money to buy the entire series. So I'm just gonna do with the first book. And I also did heard people saying Tahara's writings, like, you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. So there's like almost no in between because her writing style is like very flowery, if that's like even the word for it. But yeah, I will probably continue this and finish this. I don't know when, but it will happen. The next one I have here is a kind of group book for the Newt's Magical Readathon 2019, and it is Spell Slinger by a name that's very obviously not English. It's here. This is a group book, and I also cannot wait to read it because I just love a good magic book and I love a good fantasy, because who doesn't? 2019 group book. The next one here is a huge, how should I say this? This is another popular series where people either love it or hate it, even though they're like a very dedicated fandom for this author and this series. And the series I'm talking about is This Is Way Too Bright. And the series I'm talking about, if you have no idea, is Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. This is way too bright. How can I hold it here better? Sarah J Maas is not a good match for me, because knowing her writing in A Court of Thorns and Roses, I know I do not like her pacing. Content wise, I can just say it is not bad, but the pacing really did kind of took away the fun reading it. But anyway, I'm giving it another shot, and I'll be reading this book. Like, I love a good assassin book, because who does not? Okay, I literally, this sentence pattern happens like, I love a good something, because who doesn't? Like, this sentence pattern has like appeared in my video for at least 3 times now, and it really do annoys me. And since I watch Mayanas from Little Wolf Reads vlog, and she is a complete Sarah J Maas trash, quote unquote, not really, but that's really up to her. But she started Throne of Glass, and when she just started BookTube, she's the last person I would ever imagine to love Throne of Glass. This is... I'm so done with the lighting. Seeing her love this series and seeing her talk about like this series in her vlogs just really makes me want to pick this book up and give it a fair shot. So that is what I did. I picked it up and we're gonna try. The next book here is also a book that got pretty mixed reviews, but it has been on the New York Times bestseller as a debut. Why did I say as a debut? Anyway, it is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Like, Okay. Not gonna lie, the main reason I bought this book is because of the hype and because I love fantasy. So I bought this. Am I gonna regret it? I don't know, but it was on sale, and like if I buy one more book, then I will have like a greater percentage. I know this is not what I taught at school that I should be doing, because you know, you literally have to pay more, like pay one more book in order to get a discount. It's not really smart to do it as a consumer, but I do what I do. I got this book because I did heard great things about it, and I also did heard Sophie, I think it's Sophie, who does not like Children of Blood and Bone, and also I believe the second book is coming out, so that is also one of the big reason why I decided to pick this book up. The next book here is probably one of those books where you were like, my gosh, Yanis, you still have not read it, and my answer is like, yes, I have not read it, and it is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I don't know, like, I am excited to read this, and I did heard a lot of great things about it, and seeing Caleb from Insane Reader saying that this is superior, that is why I picked this up. This is like a classic almost, so I need to read this. The next one I have here, I'm not very sure why I picked this up since I have not finished the first book, but probably because of the spine. But this book does not even match the height of my other book in the series. Anyway, it is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, second book in the Dark Artifices series. I picked this book up so that I think I can motivate myself to read faster and finally can pick up the Chain of Gold release date, which I kind of doubt if I can do it. I am this far into it, like this far. I think I'm in chapter 3 or something. Yeah, I mean, the lighting is really playing with me today. Like, I am not enjoying it. I am enjoying it, just that I do have other books to read, and this kind of put on a halt for a while, and I don't know when I'll continue it. Probably in August, because I do want to get to this, and then I'll get to this. Just looking at this is what you call, what is the noun for intimidate?
This is the definition of intimidation. The action of intimidating.
And I literally cannot pronounce the word. Intimidation. This is literally the definition of intimidation. Like, look at this. Oh, I probably should not open the book because I spot Magnus and Alec, and I saw Ty leaning into someone that is... Okay, I'm done with spoiling myself. I will be reading it soon, but I need to finish the first book first. So now moving on to the last two books I got here. They are Chinese books, very popular local YA, not YA. Not that I think it's YA, but it is very popular among the young adults in Hong Kong, and it's by the same author, and that is, do you want me to use it in English? Oh, it actually has an English name to it. And the first book I got is Beat Sense and Gay, and it is, I literally sounds like a robot when I like switch channels. I am very self-aware of how I sound. Anyway, so the book is Beat Sense and Gay, and in English it is Don't Believe in Yourself. Is this the best translation? I have my own doubts to it. But anyway, I read this book. This is probably the only book I read out of the entire book haul, and I rated this a 2 out of 5. I will be talking more about this in my next wrap up, because I definitely am going to talk about it. The next book I got from the same author is probably one of his most popular work, and it is Yi De Bật Vui, and in English it's called Scene. Like scene as in the two double blue ticks. Do you get what I'm trying to say? This actually got adapted into a TV show, and this is a lot of people's first book to his work. I heard from my friend that this is kind of creepy, and this is a mystery, so I will probably read this soon, and that's that. I don't know what I'm about to say. This is all the book haul. I am really not going to, and I'm not interested in hold this pile of books again. I already did this before the video begins for the thumbnail, and it was a solid fail. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoy this book haul. If you have hauled any of the books recently, tell me in the comments down below. I want to know what books you picked up recently. What is the last book you got from a bookstore or from the library, and why did you pick it up? I am just very interested in seeing what other people buys from there, like buys or borrow, because you gotta have a reason behind buying and borrowing a book, because you cannot just buy a book like out of no reason. Like, it can be not a good reason, like because of the hype, always not a good sign. Or it can be because of a cover, I don't know, or because it got a sprayed edges, or because the spine is pretty. I mean, there are tons of reasons for you to buy it, or because of a friend's recommendations, of course. Yeah, I want to know what got you buying or borrowing a book, and I'm just interested, so please comment down below. And I know the lighting is so bad right now, but I'm about to end the video. So anyway, thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in my next one.